Hey, my guys, welcome to episode 34 of the My Guys Magic podcast. Pete here. I'm here with my buddy Joe. Say what's up, Joe.
What's up?
And we're super excited. Today we're going to be talking about Marvel superheroes. Next set pre releases next Friday. Um, Cannot wait. So we're going to break down our top five cards, what cards we think are going to have the biggest impact in modern and standard, and then check back with us in later episodes to see how wrong Pete was.
Oh, I
But
think that we're all, these are it's really hard to I think to pick a card that is going to do super well. So yeah, again, we're going to go reverse order uh, you know, 1 through 5. So 5 through 1 basically, alternating between Pete and I, and then we're going to pick a card that we think is going to make the biggest splash in modern, and then we're going to pick up a card that we think is going to make the biggest splash in standard. So, it's a huge set. So we've got a lot to get through.
yeah,
Um, I think before we didn't talk about the land. So if you want to follow along with the video, you can. We are on mythicspoiler.com, just taking a look at the cards as we go through. Otherwise, we're going to do our best to read the cards so anybody who's driving and listening along can follow along with the discussion. I just want to talk about these lands that they've printed. So they printed all the friendly colored lands, right? So black, red, green, white, blue, black, white, blue, and red, green. So I don't think we're missing any of the other. No. So yeah, we've got just all the friendly color pairs here. And they say they tap for a colorless or they tap for whatever color pair, either of the two colors. And it says activate only if this land entered this turn or if you control a basic land. So Pete and I were talking. I think these cards have more upside, but I think that the verges are probably more consistent.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just in the pro column for these, right? They tap for either the turn they come in, opposed
Yeah.
to as opposed to the verges, right?
Yeah. And then negative side, they don't tap. They only tap for colorless if you don't have a basic, which I think makes them pretty bad, honestly. Like if you don't have that basic, like I just don't know how many basics people are playing, right? Like even in standard.
Using the verges in these colors, so they'll slot in there
Yeah, definitely
in
make it,
January. We're losing them in January.
yeah, 6 months
So,
out, but yeah, no, it's still relevant. So yeah, I think we'll see how they play. My gut tells me they will be fine, but they're they're going to punish you much harder than a Verge. That's what I think.
right, you don't want these in three color decks.
Definitely can't play him in three color decks, 100%. All right, dude. Let's kick off with
Hop.
your number 5.
All right, my
Where's it
number
at?
5 was this robot guy, Hydra
Oops.
Assault Robot. One in a red for an artifact creature robot villain. Uh, Power toughness 1/3. He's a common. He says, whenever another villain and or artifact you control enters, this creature deals 1 damage to target opponent. So, I think there could be something. I mean, there's a lot of artifact support in this set. We already have ravenous robots, pinnacle emissary, weapons manufacturing. So there could be something to this in standard. I think just an
Yeah, I mean,
extra reach of 1 damage every time an artifact comes in.
yeah, I think there's some possibilities to this card. Um, Obviously, weapons manufacturing, ravenous robots, and Pinnacle
Emissary.
Emissary, right? Like the engines that are even potential players in Modern Affinity are legal and standard, and we're just kind of missing some things to tie the room together, some one drops and things. So maybe this can help with that. But yeah. So my number 5 was the Wondrous Wasp, which is 1 in a blue for a 2/1 flyer with flash. I'm trying to find it here. Yeah.
Yeah, I like this card.
Legendary creature, human hero. Flash, flying, 2/1. And it has an ability, Wasp Sting. When the Wondrous Wasp enters, tap up to 1 target creature. It loses all abilities for as long as the Wondrous Wasp remains on the battlefield. So it's basically a 2 mana Tishana's Tidebinder for creatures only. But it also has flying, and it costs 1 less mana. I think that's pretty good. Like this stops. Titan in Modern is a card that jumps out to me. This just kind of comes down and turns it off. Obviously, Titan's doing crazy combo stuff, so
Atraxa.
yeah, can just shut off an Atraxa. What else? In Standard, like it stops an attack from like a slick shot show off, right? They gotta burn a secret identity on it, and then it's just a 1/2 flyer until this thing is gone. Obviously, they have a lot of ways to deal with this, but
yeah, Badgermole Cub or Boroid.
oh right, yeah, can hit a Badgermole Cub, so they can't get those. Yeah,
Shut up. Explorer,
Might Form Harmonizer, all the green creatures, right? I mean, it can even shut off like a Llanowar Elf, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this card is excellent. I just don't know if it has a home in Standard specifically, but I don't think that this is going to be like an expensive card. Although Tishana's Tidebinder was relatively expensive when it first came out. It's a legend, so it's you're not playing a ton, right? I don't think any deck would ever play more than 3. But there's some potential for cards in the set to really shake up Standard, and this might be a good counterbalance card. So we'll see.
Yeah, just another end of turn flash threat for Kaido. Bring Dimir back.
Yeah. All right, Pete. Number 4.
Maybe.
It could. It definitely could. I mean, Fairy Mastermind tied the room together in a serious way.
Yeah.
So you had number 4. You had Quicksilver, Brash Blur.
Yeah. For 1 red, a 1/1 legendary creature mutant hero. If Quicksilver Brash Blur is in your opening hand, you may begin the game with him on the battlefield. Haste, power up 4 and a red, put a 1/1 counter and a double strike counter on Quicksilver. I'm just thinking this may revive Leyline of Resonance, right?
Yeah.
So, you got this and a Leyline in your opening hand, and they don't have an answer for it. You can get out of hand pretty quick.
I agree.
We're missing a key 1-drop in that deck since they banned Heartfire Hero and Scamp rotated, so could be something to it.
Yeah.
Only thing hurting is being legendary and having multiples,
I agree. I think this card has a great design. I mean, a creature with the Leyline text is super cool. And I couldn't agree more with you that I think that this is a card that has the ability to, it's going to make an impact early. I mean, even if you draw it later, it's still a 1/1 with haste, right? And if you're playing the Leyline of Resonance deck, you're just trying to pump. So I think that makes it very good. But then in the late game, it's a 2/2 with double strike and haste. Like if you can power it up for 5. So, I'm curious to see how good it actually is. My number 4 is Jennifer Walters, the Hulk's cousin. So Jennifer Walters is 1 and a white for a 2/3. Your opponents can't cast spells during your turn. So it's basically a Voice of Victory, but it's just a 2/3. It doesn't have the mobilize, but it's still pretty decent card. But then it has 3 green, white to transform it into the sensational She-Hulk, which is a 6/6 with reach and trample. Your opponents can't cast spells during your turn. Whenever a creature you control is dealt damage, you may have the Sensational She-Hulk deal that much damage to any target. Do this only once each turn. So, and again, you can just cast. This is just like the Spider-Man ability too, where you don't have to pay the 2 and then flip it. You can actually cast this card for the alternate cost
For
of
either
3
side. Yep.
green, white, white. Yeah. So again, I think it's pretty good in like a green, white, or a Boroi deck. It immediately slots in there. Maybe you really want to play like a 5th Voice of Victory in your Azorius Tempo deck. Maybe you can get priced into splashing a little bit more green to try and transform her. Not sure. I think Voice of Victory is a faster clock, so you have that, but I just think Voice of Victory is an extremely powerful card, right? It's still like $20, so I think this will see play, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. I missed that one.
All right, and then you had number 3,
Kang the Conqueror. 2 and 2 blue for a legendary creature human villain. He's a 4/5 flying, and he has power up 5 and 3 blue. Put a 1/1 counter on Kang. Take an extra turn after this one. During that turn, power up abilities can't be activated. I just think 4/5 flying for 4 is decent enough, but these power up abilities, time will tell if they're good. But late game, because power up, if it's reduced by the casting cost of the creature, if you do it the same turn the creature comes in. So you play him for 4, and then 3 and 1 blue. You take an extra turn and put a counter on him, right? So I'm just thinking late game, 8 mana. I got a 5/6 flyer and then an extra turn.
Yeah, and I mean, there hasn't been a card with this kind of text at a reasonable mana cost in Standard for some time, right? So there is the Legend of Kurik, but that, in order to take an extra turn, you have to waterbend 20, which is just not happening. Like 8 mana is a steep cost, but it's not 20. So I think there's something to this card. What is the card from Foundations that it ends the turn? That's called
Foundations, not discontinuity, right?
Is it discontinuity? I think it is discontinuity.
Is that? I thought that was an older card, rotated out already. I don't.
No, I think it. No, it did. Maybe it did. Hold on.
Yeah, because people were playing that in Pioneer a couple years ago. So
no, it's from Foundations. Let me see. Foundations, just so you can see me search. Let me see. To the final word. Time stop. End the turn.
Oh yeah.
So not exactly sure if time stop and Kang could be used in concert, but pretty mana intensive. Not sure how we could ramp to that or play to the late game with that, but maybe this is enough to get you there. I mean, the fact that you can just play a 4/5 flyer on 4, and then later invest 8 mana to take an extra turn and make him bigger is pretty good.
Yeah, and he's Kang.
He's Kang. So my number 3 is Black Widow Super Spy. So 1 and a black. It's a legendary creature, human spy hero. It's a 2/1. She has menace and a bunch of text, so bear with me as I read this. Whenever Black Widow deals combat damage to a player, that player exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile a non-land card. You may put a +1/+1 counter on Black Widow. If you don't, you may cast the exiled non-land card until end of turn, and mana of any type can be spent to cast that spell. So this makes me think of a card like Thief of Sanity. Thief of Sanity was 1 blue and a black for a 2/2 flyer. Whenever it hits your opponent, they would exile the top three, and you would pick one, but they would exile them face down. So it was pretty. It was kind of just like a value engine. It was usually like a card you would sideboard in against control or something like that, but or in control mirrors, like if that's what the format was doing at the time. It's been a while since I've played with that card, but where this you have to cast immediately that turn, but it has the modality of maybe you just want to make this thing bigger, and it has menace. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
Ragavan-esque. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
I mean,
almost picked
obviously
this one.
not making a treasure, so it's obviously not as good as Ragavan. Like, not don't don't mistake my words, but
Yeah, I almost picked this one. It's like Robber of the Rich, right? But in black,
another good example. Yeah, another good
right?
example. Except Robber of the Rich. What was the?
It
If you
it
didn't
lets
cast the
you
card, did you get something?
no, but it just stayed in exile, and anytime you attacked with the rogue, you could cast
That's
it.
right.
So
Okay.
so they all just stayed there.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that, you can grow her instead if you don't like the card that was exiled. Yeah.
Yeah. So then your next card, what color is it?
What? My number
Yes.
two, right
Your
there.
number two. Where's it
You
at?
just passed it. Fin Fang Foom.
Oh, okay. I was looking at this guy. So read it to us, bro.
Fin Fang Foom. Scott loves this guy, right? 2 and 2 red. Legendary creature, alien dragon villain, flying 3/5. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets an artifact or land, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Put 2/1/1 counters on Fin Fang Foom. So we got land destruction in standard. It's already a deck in modern, but Fin Fang Foom, 4 Price of Freedom. Scott loves the card. If you scroll down a little bit, that you can pair with this, Avengers Disassembled. Did you see that one?
Yeah. I
Right
like
there.
this. I like where we're going.
Yeah, so
Okay.
Avengers Disassembled, 1 and 2 red. Choose one or both. Deals 3 damage to each creature. Destroy target land. Its controller may search their library for a basic land, put it on the battlefield.
Think I'm in love, Pete.
So,
That's it. What else do we have in foundations? Let's see.
well, we got that prepared guy, right? The the three. I think he's a 3/2 haste. Enters prepared, and his prepared spells 1 and a red. Destroy target non-basic land. So we have that guy.
Okay. So we have Boomy Bash, destroy target land, creature or non-basic land, 3 in a red, so not ideal. B, Kranko's Buzz Crusher. Totally forgot about that card. Remember Kranko's Buzz Crusher when people trying to stop
Yep.
Lotus Field and
Yeah.
Magmatic Hellkite?
It's not spell though.
Sorcerers, yeah. Price of Freedom, Sandworm. Volatile Fault. Destroy target non-basic land opponent which controls the player may search your library for a basic land card, put it on the battlefield, then shuffle. You create a treasure token. Well, some things to think about.
Yeah. So Fin Fang Foom, bro. Look.
So Fin Fang Foom and
Look at his-
yeah,
just look
and,
at his face.
Avengers Disassembled. Yeah, let's look at that thing, dude. It's excited. All right. I got
What
some
you got?
brewing
What
to
do you
do
got?
with that. So my
Yeah, what do you
number
got for
two
no-
is not nearly as cool as your number two. I'll be totally honest with you. I kind of want to change it, but it is what it is. I picked Leader Super Genius. So
No, good choice. I like this guy.
So Leader Super Genius is 2 colorless and a blue, or 2 colors and 2 blue, so 4 mana total for a 1/3 legendary creature, Gamma Scientist villain. If a creature you control would connive, instead you draw a card, then that creature connives. So you'll draw a card, and then you'll draw a card and discard a card. So whenever your creature connives, you're gonna look at 2 cards and discard 1, basically, with this
Yeah.
guy around. And then it says, at the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control connives. And so for anybody who doesn't remember what the connive ability does, it's draw a card, then discard a card. If you discarded a non-land card, put a +1/+1 counter on that. There's some other connive abilities in the set. Let's see what else we can find for connive. Let's see, we just want future standard. Yeah, connive. So there are some cards in Spider-Man that connive. Oh, your boy Norman Osborn connives.
Oh yeah, Fleeman Gobin, dude.
So
Are we
I don't know. It just
forgot about that guy?
something to think about here. I just think that it made me think of the Esper card that was extremely powerful and consistent in standard for a very long time, whose name eludes me. What's that card called, Pete?
What, from the
Esper.
Esper Legends deck?
Esper Legends.
Oh,
Yeah, you played that, RC.
yeah.
It's right there, dude.
One white and a blue, or one what? Yeah, one and Esper, right?
Yeah, no, it was just Esper. Rafine.
Yep.
Rafine.
Yeah. That card
So
kicked my butt. Thanks, Corey Burkhart.
yeah, so Rafine, granted, you got to connive equal to the number of attacking creatures,
Yep.
but so you could connive a lot more, but you're drawing a card, so I don't know, something to think about here. I just think that it's the fact that it triggers every turn. You're basically drawing a card every turn. It's getting bigger. It has the ability to snowball.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Drawing extra cards is great. So I think
Yeah.
there's something to it.
Yeah. All right, and then we both shared number one.
Oh, you picked the same number one?
Yeah, I think it's pretty
This card's nuts.
it's pretty clear in my opinion. Doctor Doom, 4 and 2 black, legendary creature, human scientist villain. It's a 3/3. When Doctor Doom enters, create 2 3/3 colorless robot villain artifact creature tokens named Doombot. As long as you control an artifact creature or a plan, Doctor Doom has indestructible. At the beginning of your end step, you draw a card and lose a life. So for 6 mana, everything that this card does is great. Like, it's doing a lot.
Yeah, you get nine power for 6 mana with what, Phyrexian Arena on it, stapled to it, right?
Right. But where I think this card shines is with Superior Spider-Man. You just put it. You do all the things with Superior Spider-Man, right? You're doing the deceit thing. You're doing this thing. Yeah, I wish you wouldn't have sold those Superior Spider-Man that you sold.
Oh.
I
You
think-
need some now.
I just think this is like another fantastic target for that card.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, because then you pay 4 mana, you get a 4/4 instead of a 3/3. That
Right.
has the rest.
Yeah.
Has the rest of the text of this. Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
I think he's busted. I don't know, like busted, but he's gross. You know.
Yeah. So, anyways,
I know. I like Thor: God of Thunder too, but it's a lot. 5.
yeah.
5/5, but
There's a lot of good cards in here. I mean, it's hard to say. We could talk about the set all night and day. I just think, we had to go with what we could pick, right?
yeah,
I really like Captain Marvel, Earth Protector, but
she has the same haircut as me.
she does. It's a nice haircut too. But they made her. She must have been like a redhead in the books, maybe, or in the comics.
Not sure.
I guess I only know her as Brie Larson. That's how I.
Yeah,
So, this card seems kind of interesting too. Baron Helmet Zemo, triple black for a 3/3. Whenever you cast a black spell from your hand, Baron, Helmet, Zemo, Connives. And then it has Boast. Exile any number of black cards from your graveyard with 15 or more black mana symbols among their mana costs. Copy those exiled cards, and you may cast up to 3 copies without paying their mana costs. I feel like there's something there, dude. There's gotta be,
Scott was talking about this card too.
because not Necropotence. What's the Necrodominance? And this card, there's got to be something there that's happening. But I mean, 15. You're looking at like 2.5 divided by 15. Best case scenario. I mean, you're gonna have to exile like probably 6 cards on average with this guy, which is no small price. But
Yeah, you just
and
gotta
it
figure
says
out.
activate only if this creature attacked this turn and only once each turn. Oh, so you have to attack with it too? I thought it might have been like when it enters the battlefield.
No, Boast. is
Yeah.
when it
Oh, Boast, I
attacks.
forgot.
Yeah.
So maybe it's not that good. We were talking about the Scarlet Witch too. 2 in red for 2/3 instant sorcery spells you cast with mana value 4 or greater costs X less to cast, where X is the Scarlet Witch's power.
It's another cost reducer, right?
Yeah, like the only spells that come to mind that it can reduce, that are seeing play in standard currently, are
Jeskai Rev.
Wraths and Jeskai Rev. Like I guess inevitable defeat technically, but you're only going to reduce its cost by 1 because of the color restrictions.
Yeah.
So
Does it reduce a kick 3 steps ahead?
I think it does, and so I guess it.
So you counter, draw, and discard for 3 instead of 5.
Oh, and I guess yeah, consult the star charts 3 steps ahead. Work with this too.
Yeah.
All right, so it does more than that. So there's something here. I'm
I
not
think
exactly sure. Yeah, so mana cost is this. Mana value is the amount of mana you spend to pay, right? Yeah. So yeah, cost to cast versus mana value. Yeah. So let's talk about the card that you said would be the most impactful in Modern. You said Human Torch, Johnny Storm.
Yep.
Right.
Just throw
Throw it
a
out there.
dart, throw a dart
Yeah.
at some balloons, right?
Why you say that?
Oh, because I was trying to look through the cards right before we get started. I didn't know the whole thing was released till you told me this morning. I've been looking at it almost every day, but Human Torch, Johnny Storm, 2 in a red for a flying 2/2. Whenever you draw a card, if you control another hero, Human Torch deals 1 damage to target opponent. And power up, 6 in a red, put 3/1/1 counters on Human Torch. So this requires you playing other heroes, but this with a curiosity attached to it. Is it Splinter Twin?
Let's go, dude. You just draw your deck and get your opponent.
Yeah.
You were getting deep
What?
there, dude. You were getting deep.
Yeah. What else?
So I picked Hex Magic, which is 2 in a red. Exile all the cards from your hand, then draw that many cards until the end of your next turn. You may play cards exiled this way. So with Storm, and it has Arcane, so you can splice onto Arcane, one of the rituals.
Yeah.
But this just seems like a better Valakut's Awakening, which is the land.
Yeah, it's 2 in a red.
So this is Valakut Awakening, which, I mean, obviously the fact that it's a land matters. So maybe it doesn't work, but this has a lot more. You're basically like, you take a hand of 3 cards or whatever, and you're basically going to double your hand size for the rest of this turn and next turn. You probably are going to have a cost reducer. So this just seems like something that gives you so much gas to potentially go off with in Storm.
Yeah, all the Storm players are been talking about it on Twitters.
Oh, really?
Yeah, big debate. Everybody thinks we're gonna have a Storm summer. Ruby Storm Summer. And then other people think Glimpse is just better, right?
Glimpse the Impossible, no
Yeah.
shot. I think this is better. Yeah.
Because their argument was
Well,
a lot of
if
times you don't even have that by the time you're casting this. You don't have a
you
lot
don't
of
have
cards in
cards,
hand anyway, right? So it could go either way.
I think this is. But so many of their cards, like cantrip, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Something to think about. What else?
No, the card's good.
Then you said, so standard, most
Standard.
impactful card for standard, you said would be
Quicksilver.
Quicksilver, which I wanted to talk about this last because I kind of cheated. I picked two cards that kind of go along with what we were talking about at the beginning when you mentioned Quicksilver. I picked Blazing Crescendo and Team Tactics. So, as
Yeah, Blazing Crescendo is nice.
so Team Tactics is 1 and a red for an instant. Target creature gains double strike until end of turn. If this spell was cast using Teamwork, that creature also gains trample until end of turn. And Teamwork is a new mechanic that says, as an additional cost to cast this spell, you may tap any number of creatures you control with total power 1 or more. So this card has Teamwork 1. So it just seems like, it's giving you double strike first, which is the more damage output. But if you really need the trick to also apply trample, maybe you can keep something back to turn it on. And it seems like a very good pump spell. It's Teamer Battle Rage, basically, right? And it's Teamer Battle Rage that's easier to turn on in a deck like this, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and if somehow you got 3 creatures, you swing with 2 and tap one of them and give them both trample and double strike. Great.
Yeah. Crazy. And then Blazing Crescendo is 1 and a red. Instant. Target creature gets +3/+1 until end of turn. Exile the top card of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. So that's pretty good. What is like Dreadmaw's Ire? This is gains trample. No. There was something where you would like draw a card. But this is basically what you're doing. You're basically drawing a card with this. So
That's the one that draws a card when it dies, right? Turn inside out.
Turn
+3
inside
plus.
out.
Yeah.
But you don't draw a card, you manifest, right?
Oh, yeah. Manifest Dread.
Yeah, manifest dread. So I don't know, something to think about. I think there's something
I like
there.
it. Sleeve up my ley lines again. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's see. Unfortunately, we're really not playing standard until August, so we've got a couple months. And then when's the next set come out?
Oh, so we got this one next week and then July, right?
What's in July?
The Hobbit.
Oh Lord. Oh, that's what the PT in the Pro Tour in the Netherlands is. The Hobbit, right?
Is it?
I don't know. I think so. Let me see.
No, it can't be because that's only 30 days after the pre-release of this set. Nah, it shouldn't be coming out yet.
Oh no, it'll be Marvel Superheroes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Because then that's only a month from the pre-release. So, then late July.
It doesn't
Late July.
release until August 14th, 2026.
Okay.
Yeah, so we got time.
Wait, and then we got Fractured Reality
I don't know.
in September, and then Star Trek in November.
Well, bro, I don't know. We'll see how this pans out. You know how hard these set reviews can be. The set looks great.
Yeah.
It's pretty on flavor. I think that this will be better than Spider-Man, both from a limited perspective and probably from a constructed impact perspective.
Yeah, I agree. It looks like they definitely put more time and effort into making this one.
Yeah. I mean, Superior Spider-Man was really the only card seeing play. I mean, Secret Identity sees play.
Yeah.
What else? Is there anything else? I can't think of anything.
Spider Sense used to.
Yep, Spider Sense was seen on play.
Spider Manifestation.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So yeah, there's some cards.
There were some cards. All right.
The Soul Stone.
Well, I think we did it, Pete.
All right, my guy. Good job.
Couple long days. Time to chillax.
Yeah.
I worked 14 hours yesterday.
Yeah, bro. Well, why are you awake again?
I know. And then I took my kids to Aquatica today and go sleep.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep, it's time to start thinking about modern.
Yeah. Looks like Sean's going to play. So.
Yeah, I just saw him tonight. Yeah.
Well, my guys, if you've listened thus far, we appreciate it. Give us a follow on YouTube, Blue Sky, Twitter. Hit us up.
Yep.
Leave those comments. Let us know how we're doing. If we need to make changes.
Smash that subscribe button, my guys.
All right, Pete. Till next time.
Till next time.
I'll see you Saturday.
Yes.
All right.
All right, my guys.
All right, my guys. Peace.